think about getting some more apple trees and fruit trees and planting them in the yard and seeing if we can raise enough food that we can supply neighbors and ourselves with a few $100s at least worth of savings per month.
Well, I think it's a worthy plan. The thing I don't like about here is trees seem to get fungus. You have to put something on them. Not necessarily on cherry trees, although the birds seem to get to the cherries faster than anything. I think grapes would be worthy. And I think apples certainly would be too, but one will have to spray them with something, even if it's neem oil. Neem oil. Other than that, blueberries, except that they take a long time to grow, but those are... And the raspberries. We had such a great crop of raspberries this year. I would like raspberries to just proliferate.
Yeah, at $5 a little carton of them. We ate, probably $150 the first week.
Yes, we did. We lived well on raspberries this year, and they're easy, and the ones I have are thornless. I'd like them to proliferate because it's one of my favorite fruits, and it's just easy, so easy. Up until this point, within the last few years, there's been a lot of damage, within the last 3 years. Prior to that, what was going on with your mouth? Everything was stable?
No, it was deteriorating for a long time.
How long?
Oh, jeez. 30s, right around when the diabetes hit me.
So it started back then already?
Yeah.
So it's sort of like the internal blood sugar was having an effect.
Yeah, as soon as I had diabetes, everything was going wrong. And so I've struggled with teeth but okay, so I got to figure out the teeth deal.
It's got to be figured out. It's got to be managed. You can't just let go of it.
I think we're going to have to go to Mexico.
I think we need to look at it.
Okay, here's my idea. I would like to do a series of video documentaries on the dentists and Obamacare. Because so far, I can't even get a dentist that'll even do anything but charge me to look at my teeth. Anywhere from $50 to $100, or $33 to $100 to just look at my teeth. And then tell me that his only solution is to pull them or do a filling, but not anything more than that.
I think we should, do you remember the Michael Moore movie where he talked about there are certain places you can go where you have health coverage? And be there and receive their health coverage. Like Finland, for example. Is it cheaper to just fly to Finland and get things taken care of? And what would happen if you're over there as a tourist? Because Finland, they cover medical for all of their, what do you call that?
Constituents?
Yeah, they cover medical for all of their nationals.
People.
And so, so is France. And so I'm wondering, is it cheaper to buy a round-trip ticket and pay a few nights of hotel or even a week or two?
Okay, now let me just backtrack you. So I talked to OHP, and they've set up people that you can talk to, that'll help direct you. And yes, you can get out-of-state help if they sign up for, you know, the particular care that I have. So if we got a hold of the people down there for the hyperparathyroid clinic, they may just fill out the papers, and then we could theoretically go down there for the whole treatment.
Okay, I like it.
So let's do that one soon, right now.
Let's do it immediately.
Yeah, okay.
Immediately.
I know it. Here's my thinking at this present moment. As I'm trying to develop a habit of getting up and at some point, as soon as possible, turning my mind towards what's called listening to the inner voice. And then am I hearing the inner voice when I do go out to go listen to the inner voice? So what my conclusion is that every moment the inner voice can be speaking to you in this moment. The cat is searching for something, but I think he's searching for a place to go to the bathroom. See, he's going to the bathroom. The cat is going to the bathroom in front of me. I've rarely ever seen that a creature is I'm gonna just take a whiz right there. Now I'm gonna smell it and
Make sure it's mine.
And yep, it is, and now I'm gonna cover it up. Well, now when you say the inner voice is speaking every moment, well, woohoo, baby, yeah.
Have a cherry tomato.
Okay, all right.
They're pretty amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Take a
They're
close
sweet.
look at that. Don't move. Let me look. All right, I'm going to pop both those in my mouth. Except that one's got green on it.
Well, it's just got
Oh, here.
Just got a little thread. Now you can pop.
Oh.
Isn't that amazing? It's so good. They're sweet like a fruit.
Man, it was sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there more? We'll have to come back with a bowl here and get these. You know, look, at another $2.50 or $5, I don't know what they're charging in the store these days, except that I know the price is going up, and especially if you're new seasons. You could be paying $6 for a little basket of them, and yet we've got probably 15 baskets of these for nothing.
Well, and here's the thing to do. Instead of watering everything like crazy, because water costs a lot of money too, to be collecting water and gathering water so that you can take a bucket and dip in and pour it on your garden instead of, sprinkle nonstop. It's a waste. We can collect water all winter long.
Yes. Now, I think it's illegal to do that.
Illegal according to whom?
Well, according to state law, but you'd have to find out in your particular state. Many states it's illegal to store water. They could arrest you.
Brother, okay, well then I'll just leave my hot tub open. I'll line my yard with hot tubs that people have abandoned, and then what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
It's just open, it didn't have a cover.
Right.
Shoot me.
Jeez, give me another bite. Oh. Thank you. chemtrails for almost a week now. I think they're running out, personally, of aluminum. And how much aluminum is still in the air. But I did notice that I could see the milk just a little bit last night in the Milky Way, and that has me feeling good. Maybe they've already done enough damage, and that's really what's wrong with so many people I know that are claiming not to be feeling very good these days, including myself. Someone talking about the inner voice, that every moment something is happening, and if you just observe and be with it, kind of a blank, vacant, then something speaks. And as we took our walk today, I heard it speaking about sustainability. It's going to become essential and important in the future that we have a way of sustaining ourselves if we haven't got enough money, especially to buy groceries, which the prices of things are just skyrocketing. And I personally think that we're headed for hard times, and I want to store up food. So that's what the inner voice is saying to me this morning. Hey, it's like, how can we convert this yard? Think about it over the next year, having something new happening with it, something sustainable. And then start as soon as possible storing up some essential food things that we never have to buy,
Right.
but we use all the time.
Right.
So just having a surplus of, let's say, 6 months or so, or a year even. But it should be self-replicating also. Like if we're doing adzuki beans or mung beans, we would want them to be able to be planted and make the seeds that we then sprout and then replant with.
Right, exactly.
We are what we are. We may be predators, but we're not always predators. Sometimes we're loving our children. But in a world where our lives are at stake, we all have to do something to not only survive ourselves, but to work as a team to help us all survive. Now, we thought maybe we didn't have chemtrails, but now we're looking in the sky and we're seeing, well, they snuck them in on us anyway. And maybe they have our good intentions at heart, whoever it is that's doing this to the world. Susie, does it concern you about chemtrails?
Yeah, I'm totally concerned about it. I watched as I was getting some golden seal this morning at New Seasons because, little infection happening in a lymph gland. And I watched the woman in front of me, and she bought something, some major thing for respiratory ailment, respiratory illness. And I'm looking at her, I'm going, she looks perfectly healthy. She doesn't look like she has a respiratory illness. But there, right at the check stand was, here's for your respiratory illnesses. This will, wheeze away, or whatever it was called. I'm not even sure what it was called, and I thought, and she spent a whole cash load of money on respiratory illness, and I thought, this is our future. We're going to see this coming through more and more. Respiratory ailment. Help. Help. I can't breathe. Help. I can't breathe. Yeah, I'm concerned.
It seems, Susie, that man has enslaved man, and enslaving us right now through the economy. You can't live if you can't buy or sell.
Yeah, there's always a profit to be made from something, and we are always in search of that something. Certainly in this society, we're always in search of that something that's going to soothe in some way, whether it's an emotional soothing or a physical soothing or a hunger, whatever it is, whatever it is, there's a way to make money from it.
Oh, so they create the illness and then sell the product.
To help the illness. Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
like you say, they were selling the respiratory. They're dumping all this aluminum in the air, and then they're going to start selling stuff to help your brain work better.
Right.
Because all this aluminum is going to short circuit our brain, and we won't be able to remember anything. We'll have to use the new phone app, that helps you remember everything. They will be sucking money from us in every way that they can.
And when you don't feel well, you don't have really the strength for a strong opinion. So you become quite
acquiesced.
You acquiesce. You become quite sedated in every way.
More lithium in the water. If it's not working too well, then
more aluminum in the sky.
Right.
You turn your brain cells off.
Enslaving humanity. Yeah. Grows good out there.
Yeah, it's great.
Just to imagine that, I used to hate this as a kid. It's like, oh, we're going to eat kale. This is like the most awful thing in the world. And don't get too much stem in there. Yeah, thank you very much.
To the end.
All right.
Knowing how you loathe stems.
Yeah. Well, they're okay in the soup if you can cook them long enough.
Yeah, you can cook them long enough, and I like to use them that way, which is fine. Just use them somehow. So we'll steam for a little bit.
Well, Susie, I'm so excited that we're finally really doing it, and what it is that we're doing is we are creating our own reality TV show.
Mm-hmm.